Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, we are building an experimental food restaurant today. I am so excited. I feel like I haven't really put up a speed build in forever. I don't think it's been that long, but I had kind of my failed attempt at a let's build that I ended up hating, and it's just made me really not want to build things. And I'm still trying to fix it, but that's a whole nother story in itself. So anyways, I just haven't really built much lately, but I decided to build more of a modern experimental restaurant. So this would be more of your higher end kind of fancy restaurant versus like a diner or something. And I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't have the menu set on the gallery. I didn't realize that you were supposed to do that before you uploaded it. So you do have to set the menu to experimental food if you place this in your world, but not a big deal. You know, just have a sim. If you don't want it to be your current household, you can just have a random sim in the world, buy the restaurant, and then go in and set the menu and problem solve. Then save it, and next time you take your sims out to the restaurant, they will have experimental food. So, you know, not too big of a deal. It is a 2-story build, but as you can see, the upstairs is mostly outdoor space. The bathrooms are upstairs as well, but that's pretty much it. And there is a large patio area, including a little enclosed kind of patio nook for your sims to like wait outside when they are waiting for a table. I haven't actually seen a sim go in there yet. It does work though. Like, I had my sim go in there, but they don't go in there on their own. Right now I'm just trying to sort out the signs that I wanted to use, because if you have seen anything from Dine Out, you know that you can create your own signs now, but in the end I ended up using this black sign with the blue lighting behind it because I thought that it fit the style of the restaurant pretty well. I tried to put some windows and some decor items above that little patio area, but I just really couldn't find anything that looked good. So in the end, I don't believe I put anything there. I think I just put ivy there, but I don't really remember. This restaurant is on the gallery for download. It is called Experimental Endeavors, just like the title of the video. It's probably easier just to search my username, which is ToriSimz with the number 1 after it on the gallery if you're interested in downloading it. Yeah, not really much going on right now. I tried to make these windows work because I was trying to mimic that like striping on the roof there, but in the end I think we just go with plain glass pane windows because I just couldn't get any of the more kind of modern windows to work. I wasn't feeling it. I was just not feeling it at all. And it's a pretty simple build all in all. It is modern, and I do throw a couple of those windows around just to kind of like spice things up a little bit, but it's a pretty simple build, just kind of your simple shapes and, you know, kind of black, a somewhat black and white color scheme. Like, there are some wood hints here and there too, though. I do use the new wallpapers. I adore that new brick textured wallpaper that came out with the Dine Out pack, because it's so good. Like, it's so good. I absolutely love like modern industrial. Like, that is my taste right there, and it's just so perfect to that. And I'm so happy they're coming out with more like industrial style things in The Sims 4. Oh, and the ivy, I'm assuming because I used the move objects cheat, did not download fully with the build when I put it in my game, so you probably will have to go in and place the ivy down yourself to fill up the gaps, but you know, it's not the end of the world. Oh, and for some reason those little dividers that I used to make the patio shifted down, so you probably would have to move them up with the move objects cheat as well, which is a little annoying considering, you know, they were level, but for some reason they like sunk down into the foundation, which I don't know, it's weird. I set some like patio furniture in here to make this a little enclosed patio space, and the Sims can use it. I haven't seen any Sims go in there on their own, but when I tested it, I sent my Sim in there and he sat in there just fine, and you can look in through the little windows or, you know, look in from the side, and I just thought that it would be kind of nice maybe for pictures or something, and I was just really happy with the way it turned out. I think it's a cool little feature to this build. I really wanted to use those patio heaters, so I made sure that, like, basically that's the reason I wanted a big patio, because I just think that they're awesome and I really wanted to use them. I did initially put the new stool length tables out here, but I decided they looked a little bit weird, so I just put out some normal tables, and I'm going around and doing the lighting. And they made flower vases that are small enough to fit in the center of tables now, and your Sims can still eat there. So I went around and put those all over the tables, alternating from the white vase to the black vase. And then to fill this little space out here, I just did a nice little natural pond, but I do put a lot of fountains in it, so it's, you know, quote unquote natural, like maybe the restaurant had it built there as a feature. You can see I just went around and put in some fountains and some plants over here, and I think that it actually is a nice little area. I don't know, this restaurant kind of has a little bit of an Asian flair to it, but not quite. Like, you could easily just make a couple of renovations and make it like a seafood, like sushi type restaurant. I don't think there's actually sushi in the game. Is there? I don't know. I don't know if there is. But basically you could do that, but you know, I just went with an experimental restaurant. But like I said, you could download this and then, I mean, you set the menu yourself, so you could just make it like a cake restaurant and just serve nothing but cake or nothing but breakfast foods. Like, really, you could do with it whatever you want to do with it. Make it a fancy pizza place, I don't know. I just wanted to utilize the experimental food, so that's why I made it do that. And going around doing some landscaping, pretty full-on landscaping, like it's very manicured around the building, and there's a lot of trees just because, you know, it's a fancy restaurant, so I figured that they would pay for that. And you can see I'm going in and checking the thumbnail and stuff a lot, because when I initially built the restaurant, I actually had it facing the wrong direction. So the thumbnail was showing like the back of the restaurant, which is not what I wanted, so I made sure to fix that. And here I'm putting in some, what are those? Mats? Yeah, I guess that's the word. Putting in some mats, and yeah, just using the same brick texture inside. I think I mix it up with some other colored walls too, but overall it's just the brick kind of texture. Yeah, I guess I will tell you a story. So, basically, I have been recording a lot, but I haven't been posting as much as I want to because my stupid video editor is being a big fat stupid. Like, a lot. And normally I'll put in, because basically if you don't know, you record a video and you have the video file. So in order to edit that video file, you have to put it into some sort of video editor, and typically that video editor will have to like load up the information, so it has to kind of like process it before you can actually edit it. So I can upload a video, typically, you know, usually it's about an hour long, and it'll take, you know, sometimes an hour, but usually like 30 minutes to an hour to process, and then I can edit it. Well, this video was an hour and 20 minutes long, and I put it in the video editor at 9 o'clock this morning, 9 a.m. to process so that I could edit it, and it is now 4:21, and this thing just finished an hour ago. So how many hours is that? Let's see. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So it took basically 6.5 hours to process this video. So in the time frame that I would usually edit, 5 videos, I've only been able to edit 1. And I like to edit when my husband's at work so that I can record voiceovers and I don't have to tell him to shush in the background, because that's not very nice. And so basically if it takes 6 hours to edit, then that means that I'm getting, if I can get 1 video done a day, I'm getting only 1 video done a day. And it is driving me absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know, maybe I need a new video editor. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I haven't changed anything. It just randomly started happening. And it's very upsetting because it's making me put out content, and for some reason I'm paused extremely awkwardly long, but that's okay because I'm blabbing. But anyways, I want to put out content a lot more frequently, and I just can't because of this stupid processing thing. Like, it is just taking so long. Like, because it has to process, and then you have to spend your time editing it. So, that's anywhere from 30 minutes to like 2 hours, depending on how heavy the editing is. And then it has to save, which usually takes another 20 minutes to an hour. And then you have to upload it to Facebook, which usually takes some time if it's a longer video especially. And then it has to process on Facebook, and then YouTube. It has to process on YouTube. And then you have to edit it, or not edit it, you have to edit the description and upload it and stuff. And it just ends up turning into a whole day process just to upload 1 video. Oh, and as you can see, I used those dividers and they stuck through the wall, so I covered them up with some cabinets and a fridge. Did I put a fridge in there? I don't remember if I put a fridge in there. Counters. Oh yeah, I put counters. So these aren't actually like functioning, but I figure, make it look more like a kitchen and cover up the ugly stick sticking through the wall. So it works. But I really actually like those dividers a lot, and I think that they're awesome and there's a lot of use for them. But yeah, now that you've heard my processing rant, it's not an excuse. Like, I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm just telling you guys, like, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Anyways, back to the build. I tried to put the waiter stations like a little out of the way so that you couldn't view them from the main restaurant. Here is the front entrance, and I kind of lined the walkway into the main dining area with those, I keep calling them sticks. I don't know what to call them, with those branch dividers. Get fancy. I really wanted to have a wraparound sofa here. I was going to use one of the new booths, but I was afraid that they would try to sit there to eat even if there wasn't a table. So instead I just used some ottomans and just connected them together, and they do function. I had Sims, they actually go in there and sit when they're waiting to get their table, and I think that that's pretty cool. Those new lamps I adore. I wish that they were smaller. Like, they are kind of big, but they're really pretty. They kind of have like a Moroccan feel to them, and I really dig them. I put some nectar racks under the stairs, and then I'm going around and putting in some of the new art from the game pack. There is a lot of art that came with this game pack, and I actually really like most of it. Like that collage above the little sitting area I think is gorgeous. And of course I wanted to use the black leather booths, and this is definitely a romantic restaurant. Like, it has very glowy lighting. It's it's just romantic feeling. And I did stick in some of the countertop level tables, as you can see, and a mix of white and black. So it's a mostly white and black build, but there are touches of purple here and there, touches of blue. You can see there's natural wood and stuff. So I tried to find the best fitting carpet there. I ended up just going with a hall runner because I felt the other one was just a little too big. Just took up a little too much space. So there's definitely plenty of seating in this restaurant though. But I found that Sims actually sit outside more often than not, which I think is pretty cool. It's really, really pretty. If you go to this restaurant at night, I put it on the little modern area in Windenburg where the, what is it, something in hair cafe was? Something in hair, I don't remember. But if you bulldoze that lot and put this restaurant in there and then go there at night, it's so beautiful. And then I did a little checkered board kind of pattern thing with the planter boxes on the wall upstairs as like a focal kind of art piece, and I think that that was pretty neat. But like I said, basically this whole room is just it's just bathrooms and like an entryway to outside, so nothing too fancy. And then there's a couple of toilets, your usual, you know, mirrors and sinks, and yeah, you got a bathroom. And then that's just basically a landing area, nothing fancy. One side of the balcony is, the smaller side is kind of a lounge area. Like there, as you can see, is a card table and just some sofas. And then the other side is actually where the bar is, and there's like a dance floor and a piano. But even though I hire a bartender to work there, no one really ever goes up to the bar, at least not when I was playing with it. Like, your sim can go up there and do things, but they didn't really seem to hang out down there. They really like to hang out in the downstairs area, like outdoor area, so, you know, whatever. But there is a bar up there, so it works, I guess. I do delete some of those shelves I just put behind there, though, because there was just too many, so I knock it down. But I do put a lot of seating there and a piano. I just really wanted to have like a nice open kind of entertaining area, so that I don't know if you can have weddings at restaurants, I'm not sure, but I thought that this would be like a nice place for like a quote-unquote like reception, you know, or just kind of like a chic place to hang out. But yeah, that's the end of the build. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for blabbing your ear off, but I guess I had a lot to talk about this time. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, everybody.